You're on the air.
We were talking just before the break about clowning, because I'm sitting here in full clown makeup, all ready to go, powdered in and solid. It sets up, and you can almost scratch your face if you have an itch without messing up the makeup. But I'm not ever going to dare try it, because it's just too embarrassing to have a perfect clown face and have a streak across it and such. And Alicia was saying, well, when you're driving to and from a gig, how do people react to you? Is that what you wanted to know, Alicia?
I'm curious, yes.
How would you react if you saw a clown at a stoplight? You looked over, you're listening to your favorite tunes, bebopping like you do at the stoplight, listening to your tunes, boom, 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 and you look over and you see a clown. Tell us what image you have and what you think you would do.
I would probably laugh and smile, probably totally uplift me.
Would you try to get a date with that clown?
No.
Oh, gee. I need to change my Saturday nights then. I've been going about it all wrong. So you'd smile and wave, and you'd probably act goofy?
I don't think I would wave. It might freak me out a little bit, but I would definitely laugh.
Well, you're afraid of clowns. No. You're not afraid of clowns anymore.
Well, I'm still afraid. I'm working through it.
Oh, okay. So let's go through this. A person made up in makeup who isn't acting fun and friendly is a what?
Monster.
They're a monster because they're acting mean and threatening, correct?
Yes.
So is that a clown?
No, it's a monster.
It's a monster. What are we afraid of?
Monsters.
Are we afraid of clowns?
Sometimes.
No, we're not. Oh, you can't be hypnotized. You're too strong-willed.
I had a negative clown experience, I think, when I was young or something.
Ah, so that was a monster. You know, and you say, how do people react to you as you're driving to and from the gigs? I do keep the full nose on. I live by the code. I live by the clown code. If you are in clown makeup and costume and people can see you, then you must act like a clown. If a child saw someone dressed up as Santa Claus, would you want that person who is in view of kids, would you want that Santa Claus person to act like Santa Claus or act like something else when kids can see them?
Oh, Santa, definitely.
Exactly, and that's how I feel about being a clown. And when we're in the big arenas and such, and there are the other clowns, some of them will stand around like they're Joe Blow on the block, and the kids can still see it. And you're not in front of the kids, you're off to the side, but an entire arena of kids can still see you standing down there. And so I continue to act like a clown. As long as kids can see me, I act like a clown. I don't want them to think it's just, to ruin that image and have it just be Joe Blow walking along, just happen to be wearing different clothes. So I still continue with the antics. I am always aware in the big arenas when I'm entertaining a child right in front of me who's 3-4 feet in front of me, checking me out. You're making the eye contact, you're smiling, you're waving, you're seeing whether they're going to approach or whether they're going to be afraid, things like that. Then I'm not just doing it for that child. I'm putting a skit on for anyone, where it could be a couple thousands, many thousands of people watching from the stands. You don't know who's watching. It could be a child 2/3 up in the stands, bored, sitting next to mom and dad, looking down, seeing the clown interacting with another child, and they will be entertained from a distance. So even though you're close to the child, you're cutting the difference down the middle. You don't want big enough antics to where you're scaring the child in front of you, but you want to overplay the antics big enough so that the children who are further away can be entertained as well. So that's a little insight to the psychology of how I approach the clowning. When I'm driving along to and from a gig, their reactions are similar to yours, even if they're a guy.
Probably puts them in a good mood, I would think.
Guys will look, of course, the old ladies, they've seen it all, done it all. They're not impressed by anything. They'll just look at you like, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, they're not going to be manipulated into smiling or anything by some clown.
Wow. When you do a circus, what do you do an act with the other clowns? Do you have a routine that you do?
Traveling with the circus is a professional clown who makes a living at it day in and day out, travels with the circus. They use the very similar acts over and over, year to year. At each circus, it's all exactly scripted and almost, you could almost mouth the words along if you've been to enough of them. As our part, basically join the circus for the weekend, we entertain the kids in the meet and greet sessions before the circus. So you show up early to beat the crowds, to get the parking spot, etc. You and your child are down there trying to get on the pony rides, the elephant rides, and we clowns are walking around having fun. I myself try to put a little more energy into it. And yes, I do different skits. I'll walk behind the cotton candy guy who has his hand in the air, like a waiter or waitress with their hand in the air with the drinks on a tray. Well, the cotton candy board has all the cotton candy cones stuck through the holes. He's walking along. I'll sneak up behind him and I'll make a big deal and wave at the crowd and have them be in on that I'm sneaking up on the cotton candy guy. And I'll put my hand up underneath his board right behind him, and he doesn't know I'm there, pretending that I'm walking along and making fun of him. I'm a cotton candy clown or something. So I'll do those kinds of things. Of course, then when he notices, I act like I wasn't noticing and kind of pretend I was just looking at the ropes that was holding the trapeze.